Congratulations, you did such an outstanding job, and you know, I'm really curious as to what your initial reaction was when you actually read the script and what you have to go through for this role.
Well, thank you, firstly. It's very kind. As actors, you read scripts every day. You know, they're always coming in, and they're not all like this one. John had been working on this script for 10 years. Yeah. So, you know, there were so many layers to it. There was so much, you know, it kind of hit you over the head how in depth he had gone with all these characters in this story. Like it was a terrific read. It was a real page turner. Yeah. Yeah,
and then to you know, play this addict, but somebody who is so determined that she wants to clean up her life.
It's life or death. I mean, that's what it comes down to. It's like you're either going to die, you know, or you're going to kind of take yourself by the scruff of the neck and get out of this. And that's what she does. She has enough strength in her to do that, just about.
Yeah, it hits you. You've got to do it.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you get to work with the wonderful Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
And, of course, all your scenes are pretty well, you know, one-on-one with him. What's it like to be in a room with that guy and just work off of him?
Surprising, you know, exhilarating, intimidating, all of those things. You just try and have to sort of focus down and take away the element, you know, you always have to forget who you're working with otherwise. And also when you're on location, it's not glamorous, you know, none of those places were glamorous. You know, he wasn't, I wasn't, and it's, you know, you've got a certain amount of time to shoot a scene, so you really just knuckle down and focus in on it, and that sort of helps take away that sort of like, you know, holy crap, that's Denzel.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, and you know, this deals with our primal fears. I mean, getting on a plane. All of us get on planes every day,
right.
and you're always thinking like, you know, really to think that your pilot is high on drugs or
right. How
alcohol?
Terrifying is that?
Extremely
and
terrifying.
you think about the turnover of, you know, people, they fly and they go stay in a hotel room for 2 nights or away from their family, their friends. It's sort of on the road job. It's lonely, and there are some scary statistics out there of, you know, addiction, alcoholism, and pilots and things like that.
Yeah.
Obviously not all like that, of course
not.
But there is some, this has come from somewhere, you know, and you just, you know, you don't want to sort of fuel any fear at all. This film is, you know, it is fiction after all.
Yes.
But it's definitely something where you start thinking you are in the hands, you've got to give over your trust. But that's a good thing as well. You know, that moment when the plane takes off and you're like, nothing I can do about it now, you know, and that's kind of always a healthy thing for me anyway, to kind of go, all right, we'll just enjoy it. Yeah.
You are so wonderful. Like I was saying to you earlier, when I saw you in Edwin Boyd, great Canadian film. You were so amazing in that, working with Scott Speedman, of course. And I was wondering, you know, when you were a young girl, or was there a movie or an actor that you watched growing up and you went, I'm doing this for my living?
Interesting. I don't think it's a conscious decision. It wasn't for me anyhow. I mean, I was always watching films, and for me it was more the theatre. I was really passionate about the stage, and going to plays when I was sort of 14, 15, 16 was really, you know, very influential. I mean, a lot of actors, you know, are inspiring, but too many to mention. But I think I knew very early on that to work in that realm of the imagination was something that I could really enjoy.
What are we going to see you in after this one?
Well, I'm actually filming right now with Brendan Gleeson in Ireland on a film with John Michael McDonagh, which is
Chris O'Dowd in that?
Yes, Chris O'Dowd, lovely Chris O'Dowd. So we're having a great time right now. Fly back to finish that off next week, and then I've done a film called A Single Shot with Sam Rockwell, which is coming out in Sundance, and then a couple of other small little films.
How do you like working with Sam?
Fabulous.
Yeah, fun guy.
Yeah, so much fun.
Fun guy.
Super fun.
You're fantastic in this.
Thank
Great
you
to talk
so
to you.
much.
And come visit us in Toronto again.
I loved it.
All right. Nice to talk to you.
Thank you.